We're here for our weekly volleyball press conference with head coach Carolyn Condit. So, Coach, now that you've had the chance to let the excitement of the selection in the NCAA tournament die down a bit, what does this mean for your program?
Well, it means we get the continued tradition of getting into the NCAA tournament because although this particular group has not been there, many teams at Miami have. So I'm very excited that this group of athletes who's been so great to work with and they work so hard have a chance to experience what the NCAA first and second rounds are. And it's awesome that we're staying in our region and going to a state that many of our prospects and many of our present players are from.
So it is, as you mentioned, a new experience for everyone on the team. What do you tell them to expect about the atmosphere and all the things that surround this match?
Well, the atmosphere going into the match with Oregon is going to be it's going to be intense. It's going to be fun. It's going to be lively. It's going to be probably very similar to the experience we had as we ended the conference tournament season at Northern at an away site. But Oregon won't have their crowd there. We won't have ours. So it'll be, I think it'll be highly intensive, but it won't be overwhelming since both of us are visiting to Michigan.
All right, so Miami drew Oregon in round one. Pac-12 is known for being one of the premier conferences in the country, but it's one that the Red Hawks rarely get a chance to test themselves against due to the distance which is between the schools. What can we expect from the Ducks, and what will it take to advance?
Well, I've known of Jim Moore a long time, including being at hearing him speak at some clinics and also attending a coaches conference with him. And he's definitely a coach that knows his stuff and obviously has figured out how to coach women, and he's been very, very successful in an elite conference. We're going to expect a team that has played some great volleyball against some of the finest teams in the country on the West Coast and elsewhere. So we know it's going to be a tough match. We welcome the opportunity. And looking at his roster, they put up some great stats against some fantastic opponents. They split with Utah, and we saw Utah in our tournament out in Missouri. Although we didn't play them, had a chance to watch them. And Beth has a great team there. So if they've already split in their season, we know what certainly Oregon's capable of. And I notice he has some young players on his roster, as we do, some that are really contributing. So I think it'll be a great battle. And going in as the underdogs, we're going to relish that and have a chance, hopefully, to continue to advance.
Can Miami's past big matches against teams like Missouri, Auburn, and Michigan, all on their home floors, help the Red Hawks when they play a big name like Oregon?
Yeah. I think the fact that we've played the schedule we've had, we've been on some courts that have been certainly oppressive as we're playing the caliber that we've seen against Michigan and Missouri and other teams that we've faced. This won't be that much different. It's in the NCAA first round, and it's very exciting that way. I noticed that Oregon is a team that's played well on the road. They have a good winning record. I think it's 9-2. So we know that we're going to have to bring our game there because obviously the road has been friendly to them, and they must have a type of team that pulls it together well on the road as we have for the most part.